Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to get started installing IntelliJ, which is basically an IDE that we're going to be using for Kotlin. Now you can use IntelliJ for many other programming languages, but it's very well suited for Kotlin programming. So an IDE basically means an integrated development environment, and it just makes working with Kotlin a lot easier. It allows the installation of plugins and so much more, and it'll just make your learning experience and your usability of Kotlin a whole lot better. So it's very simple to download. It's free, so just fire up your favorite browser like usual, and we can get started immediately. So just a Google search for IntelliJ, which is basically intelligence but without the intelligence, and basically IntelliJ, very nice name they used for it, and it's going to be the first one right here. So IntelliJ, the Java IDE for professional developers. As I said, it works with a lot of other programming languages, and it's very well suited for Kotlin. In fact, it is the recommended IDE for Kotlin. So just click on the first link and hit download. It's a very beautiful website, as you can see. And yeah, just hit download, and basically you have your you have two versions of IntelliJ. You have the Ultimate Edition and the Community Edition, which basically have a few differences. As you can see, the license is commercial, and with the community, the license here is open source Apache 2.0. The supported languages are, for the community and the ultimate version, are both Kotlin, Java, Groovy, Scala. You also have Android support. You have Maven, Gradle, SBT. You have Git, and you have basically Perforce, which the rest of these, which are more specialized. So basically specialized programming languages. For example, you have JavaScript, you have SQL, which really you don't really need. All we need basically right here is Java and Kotlin, which I would recommend IntelliJ IDE for. Basically, it performs really well with Java and of course Kotlin. So you can basically buy the ultimate version if you want, but it's going to work perfectly with the community version, which is what I have. So just go down right here and download. If you're running Windows, it's going to automatically detect the system you're running on and give you the .exe file extension version right here. But if you're using, you don't want to download a setup, you can download the zip file, which is basically a portable version. You can just run it without installing. You then have your macOS.dmg file, you have your linux.tar.gz file, and Linux right here. So all you have to do is just hit download. It's quite a big file, and it'll basically take you through the installation process. So once you hit download, it should automatically say IDE is ready to download, and it's 343 megabytes, which I do not need to download since I already have it installed. The installation process is very simple. All you have to do is just run through the setup. It's a simple setup wizard, and it's going to just finish installing and you're good to go. So once it's finished installing, it's going to give you this right here, the IntelliJ shortcut. You can basically run it from there. I already have mine pinned to my taskbar right here. Just open it up, and it should open up quite fast rather. There we are. So it's going to say IntelliJ IDEA Community 2017.1. So let this start up. Shouldn't take that long, and voila, it should open up nice and fresh looking. Now yours might be slightly different. Yours might not have the dark theme, and what we can do is I can just show you the basics right now. So if you want to create a new project, all you have to do is hit create new project. You want to import one, pretty self-explanatory. Just import, or you can open files of your choice. Now you can basically configure how IntelliJ looks and how the Java JDK interacts. So we're going to get started with that. So go into configure and settings. Just click on settings, and it should open up quite fast, and this should be minimized like so. And if you want to change the appearance, just open the appearance menu right here and go into the appearance section. I'm currently using the Dracula theme. You can use the IntelliJ theme, which is a white theme. You can then switch back to Windows, which is a classic theme, and I'll switch back to Dracula, which is a dark theme, and that's just easier on my eyes. So in here you can basically change your font size, which I will increase just for the easy readability of my code when running through this set of lectures. So you can also adjust that to whatever you feel is comfortable. Now all you have to do is just hit apply once you're done making the necessary changes. Now you want to go into editor. All right, now in editor you want to go into general, open up general, and when it comes to code completion, if you're looking for code completion, you can basically look it up here. For those of you who are already familiar with how code completion work, if you're not familiar, don't worry, I'll get into that later, so you don't need to really look into that. Now go into your system settings under appearance and behavior. Let me just close editor, and you want to go to path variables. Now in your path variables section right here, this is basically just to check whether your Kotlin and your Maven repositories are there, but basically we are just checking for Kotlin. And if you have already installed IntelliJ, it comes pre-bundled with Kotlin, so you're pretty much good there. But just make sure you check this to obviously make sure that it's working. All right, now once you're done with that, you can basically you can go into, hold on, let me just check this. I think that's basically it in terms of what you need to check. When coming down to your compiler, you might want to take a look at your Java compiler. If you probably followed the previous tutorial and you made sure that Java is already running, you should be good. So just hit OK and you should be good to get started. If you want to check out other settings, you can look at the settings repository, and that'll probably open up a browser, or it'll open up a hypertext markup page, but we really don't need to do that right now. So let's get started, and we can basically do that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the Q&A section of the course. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.